Oh, this is a fun story that I think is going to cheer people up. It really breaks my heart. Daily Beast reports that Meghan McCain is feeling like an exhausted, defeated, caged animal, and she may exit The View. This type of deplatforming is just reprehensible. Meghan McCain is seriously considering calling it quits and not accepting ABC's offer to return for The View's 23rd season next September. It leads me to believe maybe she's not getting offered a return invitation.
She's just too annoying to work with for the people who actually got there with some merit. But the other, it is just incredible. Like, Meghan McCain is actually amazing. She's incredible. Like, I have to finally admit it. Like, she has an anti-sense. Only she could, a week after being like, I know it's like really bad what's happening at the border, but to call them when you call them torture chambers, which first of all, it's a fine thing to call them torture chambers, but actually nobody was doing. So she made up a thing that nobody was doing to bring up her dad, who is the sole source of her narcissistic trust fund baby existence, to condemn people saying something they weren't saying about children actually dying in custody. Only she could then, a couple of days later, be like, getting paid millions of dollars a day to do a daily review show where occasionally I get critiqued for being an unbelievable narcissistic moron. It's like being a caged animal. I finally found something that you can compare to my dad's treatment of getting bamboo shoots putting under his fingernails. Having to have Joy Behar criticize me for being an idiot and a narcissist.
This is like...
She's amazing.
This is like my own Vietnam.
This is like my own personal Vietnam. And when Donald Trump said that, at least he said it with a degree of Howard Stern style irony. She means it. She's like the most demented person on the planet.
Apparently there are leaks about the behavior that's going on there. According to sources close to the 34-year-old McCain, she's making something under $1 million a year. Under $1 million.
Oh, under $1 million. Yeah. Excuse me. All right. So hard Scrabble
stuff. She is
stuff.
emotionally drained, angry, isolated, feeling like a caged animal, said one McCain intimate.
Thank you, McCain intimate, for that language.
It's getting to the point where it's not worth the emotional toll every week, said a McCain pal. If she doesn't stay at The View, she'll find other work.
Federalist. Siren.
If the Federalist had a women's talk show and midday show.
Come on, honey, I'll hire you at the Federalist.
In contrast to her colleague,
I hate you.
Who spends weekends in the Hamptons, McCain likes to spend her time off at home in Arizona. Quote, hanging out in the creek, doing Jell-O shots and shooting guns.
Jesus Christ.
And hearing from real goddamn Americans about why we need to keep those friggin' immigrants out of the country. That's why she gets so offended when Joy calls them racist.
Apparently, she's got a team behind her, and the team spends its time...
making Jell-O shots?
Not researching. Look, it's cool she shoots guns and does Jell-O shots. That's the best part of her.
That's the best way to do it. They make the Jell-O shots, they load the guns, and then apparently what they do is they check the social media of all the other co-hosts on The View. Because according to the piece, it also did not go unnoticed by Team McCain that Sunny Hostin, she is one of the other hosts.
Yep.
Began following cartoonist Ellie Valley on Twitter after he posted a grotesque caricature of a crucifix-wearing Meghan McCain in March, lampooning her supposedly hypocritical support for the Jewish people in the state of Israel. McCain herself tweeted at Valley, "This is one of the most anti-Semitic things I've ever seen. Also, this reveals so much more about you than it does me." Meghan McCain, you'll recall,
that reveals something about Meghan McCain. It's a pretty revealing cartoon.
Well, I would say even more revealing than the cartoon is the fact that she has a team of people who are checking on her co-hosts to see who they follow on social media. Now, I have a revelation to make, and it's arguably a bit of an admission. One, Michael, I know that you follow Steven Crowder.
I tried to, but he's just
and
too
the
not
dude
funny
from
to even
Progressive
follow.
Voices. You got to stop that.
Oh, I definitely follow. I love Progressive Voices. I thought his critique of your
Brendan?
presentation style was persuasive.
Brendan, you've been following Rob Murrow.
Yep.
Who's Rob Murrow?
Rob Murrow was the star of what was the name of that show? Shoot.
Northern Exposure.
Yeah, Northern Exposure, and I really resent that.
Who's Matt following? Cernovich?
No, Matt's following the official Yankees team Twitter thing, and I don't appreciate that either.
The Pinstripes Pride podcast.
Could you imagine the level of self-control it would take as one of her co-hosts to not favorite this?
Oh my
Forget
God!
following
Are you
guy.
kidding?
I mean, even if you didn't think it was accurate and funny, and incidentally, I think it is both accurate and funny. Just knowing it's the principle of the story yesterday. If you favorited this, the comedic value of the meltdown would be immeasurable.
This is what I would do if I was on that show. I would favorite it, and then I would come in and I would say, Megan, I wanted you to know I'm sorry. I accidentally favored that.
and I don't know how to unfavorite it.
And I can't figure out how to unfavorite it. I tried, and I don't know if I lost reception
Or if I retweeted
or
it.
what. And so,
I tried. I was unfavoriting it, and I had to
and I would say,
retweeting it.
please accept my sincerest apologies. And then I would do it again with another critique of her and go in and apologize. And somewhere I would just measure, like, at what point is she going to realize, like, I am not being sincere?
Like, at what point does what you're doing become what happened to my father, John McCain? He was my father in Vietnam. It's the same thing.
There's nobody.
Children in concentration camps, offensive.
I have to say,
a cartoon by Ely Valley, basically the same thing as the Holocaust, which my father learned to care about, and Joe Lieberman. So, as you know, guys, this is really hard for me. Bitch. She is up there. She's absolutely one of the worst people on earth. It's amazing. She is one of those like meeting points of everything wrong.
She needs this job.
Yes. What is she gonna do?
You
Sit
think?
around with what's his name?
What's
Domino?
she gonna do? What? Yeah, Ben Dominic. What's she gonna do after this?
Domino.
she'll find a job on some.
What? CNN?
They'll keep hiring.
You know, it's
Need
weird.
to work.
Keep hiring.
It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, she could just do Jello shots all day. Send out tweets about her dad.
She sounds like the worst type of like.
This could be the
undergrad.
peak.
She is.
This could be the
literally
peak, but she'll
the
get a
worst.
job. She'll get a job.
Well, yeah.
I think
Contagious.
this is all just one play to get more money out of them because I think they love her.
Well, she makes. Well, what's funny is like
I do.
you have years of her as like someone who's not good but just gets nepotism, and now I was saying this last week, like in today's specific media environment, she's great for viral content because she's so repulsive. So she's actually got like the best selling point now because she's a heel.
Right. No, it's like wrestling. It's wrestling.